Hey everybody, I got my new Unbound 55 from Hyperlite backpack that I ordered, and I thought I would give you guys a quick first look. I haven't taken this pack out yet to use it. I have used my Hyperlite Southwest 3400 extensively though. I'm just going to tell you what the features are and what I think of it compared to my Hyperlite Southwest 3400 that had to go back to Hyperlite for a warranty claim. The front pocket had separated from the elastic that was across the top of the front pocket, and there was a huge gaping hole here. They told me that it was warranty because they took a look at it when I sent it back to them, and the sewing had actually stopped halfway across. They told me that it looked like the thread spool had run out, and so that's why the hole happened. They reassured me that other packs would not have the same issue because the other packs wouldn't have had the spool run out. However, I was worried about it, and it was a hard decision for me to get this pack because I really liked my Hyperlite Southwest 3400. I think it's an awesome pack, other than the fact that it was just one perhaps quality control issue missed on the top of the elastic there. Another reason it was a hard decision for me was because the Hyperlite Southwest 3400 had gone up in price, and what I paid for it was less than what they were going for now. So they could have sent me just exactly like for like, or they could give me a gift certificate for what I paid. So it ended up that this one was a little bit more expensive than even the new Southwest 3400. So it did cost me a little bit more to get the pack. And then of course I had to pay for the shipping on top of it. And if I got just a brand new pack sent to me, I wouldn't have to pay for the shipping. So it was definitely a price difference, but I thought, well, why not? It's an opportunity to try out the new pack that came out. So my first impressions are that this thing is awesome. I got the black, and the black is the heavier duty Dyneema than the white. I'll just look at the specs here and read them off to you quick. The black is the DCH 150 main body and lumbar and bottom panel. The lumbar and bottom panel on the white one are the 150 DCH. The rest of the white pack is the DCH 50. I could have gone for the white. I think that the white is adequately thick for, taking hits and abrasions and scrapes, but I don't like how everybody else's white packs look brown after a while. Maybe mine wouldn't here because I'm not taking it to the desert. I'm taking it, into the Rockies, the Canadian Rockies, but I really don't like the brown. If it was gonna stay crispy white, I'd be okay with that, but I don't think that it would. So the black was what I went with. This has got hard line with Dyneema side pockets. It's got Dyneema stretch front and bottom pockets. Internal volume is 55 liters or 3,400 cubic inches, which I'm assuming means right from the bottom to the top here in the main pocket. The external pockets, I believe, add more than that 55 liters. The external volume of this pocket and these pockets here and this pocket down here are supposed to be 9 liters. The weight of the black one is supposed to be 34.4 ounces. The weight of the white is 31 ounces. So, there is a bit of a weight difference there. It's a difference from like 879 grams to 975 grams if you like grams more than you like ounces. That's based on a medium, and that's what this is. This is a medium pack. Medium seems to fit me perfectly. The load capacity is supposed to be up to 40 pounds, and that is why I bought the pack. That's why I bought the Southwest 3400 too, because this is my pack for when I go with my kids. Because usually when I'm going with the kids, they don't carry any of their food except for their snacks. Sometimes they only carry half their snacks too at the beginning. But when we're going for a 6-day, 5-night trip, which seems to be the maximum that we can go because that's the maximum amount of food that I can carry personally, or else I'm in a lot of pain. I'm usually carrying probably about 20 pounds of food on day one. And my husband carries the tent and probably about 10 pounds of food. So I need that 40 pounds capacity. I'm usually walking out the door on day one with about 39 pounds. And of course that's gonna get less as we eat the food. The other specs on this is the height is supposed to be about 38 inches. The back width is supposed to be about 10 inches. It's made in Mexico. Some people have said online that the new packs that are made out of Mexico are lower quality. So I guess we will see. This has the roll top, just like my 3400 had the roll top. This has got the side straps that you can attach the roll top down to. So you roll this down. You can attach it to the side strap here. It's got the same Y strap that goes around the top that you can put a beer canister or your chair or whatever you want up there, or just nothing. I'm just gonna throw a sleeping bag in this thing so it looks a little bit more filled out so that you can see things a little better. Here we go. Big old cheap sleeping bag. I'll just grab the side straps and strap it on. Now all of the straps on this thing and all of the cordage on this thing is much lighter weight and skinnier than the Southwest 3400 was. The top strap and everything is a lot skinnier. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but I mean, this is the width of the strap from the top strap. This is the width of the strap from the sides. The buckles on all of these straps are supposed to be 5/8 inch hardware instead of the thicker ones that are on the Southwest. That of course saves weight, which is awesome. I guess we will see if they're going to stand up to the pounding that they're going to take out in the Rockies. The shoulder straps seem to be exactly the same. I believe the width of the front strap is about the same. The hip belt pockets seem to be the same size. The hip belt seems to be the same as the other pack. Now the hip belt is removable, so if you don't like a hip belt, you can take this hip belt off. Inside there is what feels like kind of a foam panel to keep your gear separated from your back. There's also a single lightweight aluminum stay in the middle instead of the two on either side, like there was in the Southwest. The back, and I will just read it off here, has an integrated 1/8 high density foam and shaped plastic PE sheet to give additional structure to the pack and complement the stay's load transfer. So instead of just having the two stays on the side like the Southwest has, it's got a full sheet in here, and this sheet attaches all the way down to the bottom where the hip belt goes across. So this is supposed to conceivably distribute the weight from the pack to your hips, because this sheet seems to go all the way down to the hip belt. It's still got a grab loop here. One noticeable difference is there is no loop down here for your ice axe. Now that doesn't really matter because they have put the seams on the outside of this pack instead of the inside of this pack. And what they've done is they've got, I don't know if you can see behind it, but there is daisy chain here. I put my finger through it so you can see it. There is daisy chain attached to the back of the seam. And I think that they did the seams this way so that they can waterproof them better on the inside so that they're easier to tape. It's definitely a different looking pack than the Southwest. These daisy chains are such that if you want to, you can put a loop back here for your ice axe. There is, I mean, the daisy chain is pretty tight, but there are little tiny places that you can loop a loop through for your ice axe down here. I prefer having this daisy chain all the way up to the top because I can hang anything I want on it. They've also got some daisy chain along the bottom right here. I don't know if you can see it. Everything's black on this pack, so it's really hard to see anything in the video. There's daisy chain right at the bottom that you can definitely put loops on to put an ice axe through or for your poles or whatever you need down there. I was really worried at first about not having an ice axe loop, but I mean, I can make one easily, so I'm not worried about that at all. The zippers on the hip belts are exactly the same. They're the waterproof zips. I say that in air quotes because these zips are really not waterproof. The water does get in them, but they're a lot more water resistant than a regular zipper. The hip belt is a little bit different where you do it up at the front and you can grab both sides and pull and it'll tighten up. That's really nice because I was having some issues with the Southwest hip belt where I was continually having to tighten it up over and over and over. It would just come loose. So we'll see how that works. You can see that the bungees on the side here are quite skinny, but they seem like they're good quality. They feel like the same bungees that are in my Solomon trail running shoes, and I've never had one of those fail on me. And I'm sure that those running shoes take a lot more beating than these will take. So I'm not worried that they're going to fail. If you don't like them, of course, you can always just take them out. The side pockets are really big, just like the Southwest. They've got the pull bungee here so that you can loosen them and tighten them, which is very convenient, so you're not going to lose stuff out of there. I've had issues with my Arc'teryx Aerios packs losing stuff out the side of my pockets. My husband had to actually go back a couple of kilometers to retrieve my jacket that just fell out of my side pocket on my Aerios pack one time. I love this material for the front pocket. And I love that there is another one down here. So I'm constantly shoving my tent stakes into the big pocket on the front of packs, and then I'll shove my poop kit in maybe, and then I'll take my coat in and out 20 times a day, and my rain pants, and eventually everything gets on top of my tent stakes and anything else that I want to put in here. So it'll be really nice to be able to get to camp and have my tent stakes in this bottom pocket here, or my poop kit or whatever, and I won't have to take everything out of this pocket to get to them, so I'll always know where they are. And one other big reason that I bought this pack was because of this bottom pocket. I don't know if this bottom pocket is going to stand the test of time with me putting the pack on down on rock, or even, you know, scrambling down some rock and it scrapes, or scrapes on trees or whatever. I won't be putting garbage into this like some people do. We have grizzly bears and black bears here, and so I wouldn't want the inside of the package of a food wrapper to rub up against the pocket and leave a scent behind. So I'll likely put food in here, but I'll be putting my garbage into some kind of separate Ziploc, probably in my hip pockets here. But I do see myself using this for things like my mini tripod that I want to just grab out real quick, or maybe my really long stick for my Insta360 camera. I can throw that in here and stick it out the little tiny pocket on the side where some people would shove garbage in. Could definitely see myself using it for that. If you like this video, please smash that like button and subscribe if you want to see the rest of our videos. We're trying to bring them out more regularly, and we're trying to get our channel to 500 subscribers. So please make sure you do that. It really helps us out. Thanks a lot.